Hi guys, welcome to 6 weeks postpartum. I can't remember when I did my last vlog or what I said in it or whatever, so I'm just gonna go over the past week. So if I'm doubling up a little bit on some things, I'm sorry, but it's just easier for me rather than going back and watching the whole video to see exactly what I talked about. I'm feeling a bit frazzled lately. Just with the finding a new house sort of thing. It's just a bit hard with two kids, like trying to get out to these inspections when, you know, one child needs to be fed every few hours and the other child needs to go to the toilet like every hour or be reminded to, and then I have to pump every few hours, so it's, you know, I have to like really time it well, make sure that Kayla's fed before I go to it, and make sure Kaiden goes to the toilet, and make sure I've pumped, and it's just like almost doing my head in. I can't wait to have a house already and, you know, start the moving process and then just finally be settled. And I'm hoping that this next house we move into, we can stay there for at least a few years, because I really don't want to be packing up and moving my kids around every 12 months. It's just not the life I want for my kids. My mum moved around a lot with me, and so far Kaiden's only 4, and he's already lived in 3 houses. And I mean, I got pregnant with him in a completely different house again, so it's a lot of moving. Like, you know, for 4 years to have moved, you know, like 3 or 4 times, it's a lot, and I just want my kids to have a nice stable home. Yeah. I still need to start packing. I've done a little bit of like sort of throwing stuff out, but as far as packing, I have not started because I needed sticky tape to tape up the boxes, and luckily I kept them all from the last move, so yeah. But now I have sticky tape, so I can definitely get started on that, and I plan to start tomorrow. I called my real estate agent just about, I'm like a little bit worried that I won't have a house in time, or that, you know, if I do have another house before my lease is up, I'm not going to have enough time to sort of move and clean this house before the actual end of the lease. So I spoke to her about that. You know, I explained my situation, and yeah, she's actually more than willing to give me a few more weeks, you know, as long as I need. It's not going to be like months or anything. It would just be, if anything, a couple of weeks. And she said that's fine. So that is one stress, you know, I don't have to worry about anymore. I've applied for 3 houses so far, and I have not heard back from any of them. So I don't know. That's really pissing me off. I think it's because the places that I've applied for are much newer houses, and I'm pretty sure that they look at an application, and when they see 2 young children, alarm bells like immediately go off, and they probably think, you know, oh, kids drawing on the walls and spilling things on the carpet and all that. But, well, Kayla, for one, is far too young to be doing anything like that, and Kaiden is just not that type of child. He does not draw on the walls at all. He knows where, you know, textures and crayons and stuff are used, and yeah, he's a really good kid. He wouldn't do that sort of stuff, and obviously they don't know that. They just, you know, kids are pigeonholed, aren't they? So yeah. But the reason I'm applying for more newer houses is because I've lived in older houses and I know how cold and horrible they are, and I just want my kids to be living in a house that we can call a home, and not a place that is just so uncomfortable and unrealistic for a young family. So yeah, I'm just going to keep, you know, only applying for the houses that I know we would be happy in, and just wait for one to eventually accept us, because I mean, I've got great references. I've been renting since I was about 2021, and I've never damaged any property. My rent is always on time, if not, up to a week early each time it's due. So I mean, really, there's no reason why I wouldn't get a place. I'm an ideal tenant, really. But I don't chuck parties and stuff. Nothing is ever ruined, and if it is, I pay for it, like. But nothing has ever been ruined. So yeah, that's the whole house situation. As far as pumping goes, holy crap, I have like such an awesome supply. It's almost too good because I'm running out of space to put all this milk. I'm sort of coming to a point where I'm not too sure what to do, because I'll insert a video at the end after I finish talking, showing how much I have now. But basically I've completely filled 2 drawers of my freezer, and I'm starting on a 3rd, and that's not even including the fact that I have like over a day's worth in the fridge, or about a day's worth in the fridge of fresh milk. And now I'm just sort of thinking, like, each day I am pumping, I would say more than double what she's actually taking. So yeah, I've got like a great supply. And now I'm just sort of thinking, like, because I am producing so much more than what she's taking each day, it means not only is she having the fresh milk daily. Oh, that's another thing. I've started giving her fresh milk instead of frozen. Yeah. Just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Don't know. Yeah, but the massive supply means that not only is she getting the fresh milk daily, like pretty much straight from the boob, but I'm also having all the rest of it that needs to be frozen. So it's like I'm not able to sort of diminish my frozen stash. It's just continuing to grow and grow and grow. So now I'm just like sort of wondering, because she is getting a daily, because I don't know how to explain it, sort of thing. I am meeting her daily. I'm surpassing her daily requirements. So yeah, it means my frozen stash is just gonna keep increasing. So I'm just sort of thinking, well, how am I going to sort of work this out so that all that milk doesn't go to waste? What I've sort of thought is, maybe if when she's about 4 months, I stop giving her the fresh and I start to give her the frozen so that I can dwindle that down, or at least so that it doesn't go to waste, because obviously it's not going to dwindle if I'm producing this much. Does that make sense? God, I'm sick at the moment, if you can't tell. So I'm like, my brain is just like mush, and I can't friggin' think, straight. I can't even get my damn words out. Ugh, but yeah, I don't know, give me some suggestions. Like, I know people have mentioned donating some, which I have been like completely against, because I want Kayla to have it. I'm working hard for this. For her, this is her milk. I want her to have it, and if there comes a point where my supply does drop, having all that in the freezer, I know that she's still going to have it for a decent amount of time. So that is my objection against donating. Like, I'm not against donating at all. I think it's great for the people that do. But that's my reasons for not really wanting to. But I would rather donate it than have it go to waste. But then the thing with that is that there's no like donating service or whatever in South Australia. Apparently you can in Western Australia, but so I don't know if maybe I could have it, sent to them. I don't know. It's something I'd have to look into. For any subscribers from Western Australia, if you know anything about that, apparently Perth does it. So if you have any info on that you could help me out with, that would be great. Yeah, or any just suggestions of what I could do other than donating, and I just don't want it to go to waste. Like, once you see the video, I have so much, it's really ridiculous. It's taking over my freezer. Yeah, I just don't want it to go to waste. Like, that would be my worst nightmare, that I've spent all that time, and, you know, the fact that it's breast milk, and I would lose my mind if I had to sort of throw it all away or something. So at 6 weeks postpartum, this is my milk stash. Still, this bottom drawer is completely full. I could not fit any more in there if I tried, and in fact I have tried. So that's that whole drawer. And this one, oh, I can't even open this one, it's so full. And this one is longer, so there is more back there. And that one is also full. And I've had to start on another one. And as you can see, I'm actually packaging these, like pretty much, literally as much as they will take. So more than the, it's a lot more than the 180, oh, you can't see that, but on here it says 180 mils and 6 ounces. So they're a lot more full than that. These ones here have just gone in. So yeah. So that is my frozen stash of those 3 drawers, and as you can see, I only have a few more drawers left in the freezer, so I don't know what I'm going to do after that one is full. And then in the fridge, as you can see, I have one made up bottle here, and I've got another one here that I'm actually gonna I'm gonna be using this bottle in another video that I'm doing. So that's why that's out of the fridge. And then I have those 3 Advent cups, and I think, yeah, that's it for in the fridge. So that there is 4 feeds, and then this one makes 5. And that's all fresh, obviously. So on Sunday, my car decided to crap itself. I was hoping it was just the battery, because you know, when I stuck the key in and turned it, the engine wouldn't turn over or anything. There was just nothing, like dead silence, just absolutely nothing. So I just assumed, oh, it must be the battery, because I know that the battery terminals are quite corroded. Like, there's a lot of you know, corrosion on them. So I know that the connection isn't as good as it could be. So I was hoping it was that. Turns out my starter motor has gone. So the car is completely dead. It will not move at all unless you push it. So now I'm back without a car again. I'm so sick of that car, like you have no idea. It's like clockwork. Every couple of months, it fucks up on me. I've spent probably more money on that than I bought it for. So now, I don't know whether to buy a new car now and just sort of be without a car until I buy a car, or have my car fixed, because a friend of Benji's is a mechanic, so, you know, I can get mate rates. So I don't know whether to get it fixed, you know, cheaply, just so it lasts for now until I buy a new car and then I can sell it, or just to buy a new car now and just sort of be without a car. But being without a car isn't really practical for me, you know, being that I do have a newborn and I do have a 4-year-old who, because of his hearing loss and, you know, all that, does have a lot of appointments that he needs to get to, and then there's kindy that he needs to get to, so I really need a car. His kindy is close enough that, you know, it's only like a 5-minute, around 5-minute drive, but to walk, it would take me probably, I don't know, a long time to walk there. It's a fair way to walk, and then to have Kayla, and it's just too much. So yeah, I don't know what to do about the car situation. Veggie is obviously helping out where he can, but I mean, he has TAFE Monday to Friday, which is basically like a full-time job, so it's not like he can just drop everything and come help me. He's helping when and where he can, but yeah, he obviously can't be there to help all the time. So that's something I have to sort out, and it's just another stress. As far as Kayla goes, at the beginning of the week, she had a couple of feeds where it looked like the whole wind issue was coming back, but no, it was just a couple of bad feeds. So yeah, her feeding is really good now. The baby acne has gone, but it's been replaced with a rash. It's like made her face really red, and her skin is like dry and scaly. So that's really horrible, and I feel so bad for her. For the first few weeks, she had such beautiful skin, and now her skin just looks horrible. I bought her some cream from the chemist. I don't know where I put it, but I've only used it once, so I don't really know how good that's going to work, or if it is or not. So we shall see. Kaiden actually had the same rash when he was a baby, so with him I just used to lather him up with a QV kids balm just on his face when he went to bed, and that eventually went away for him. So I mean, I know it's a common thing and it will go away, blah blah blah, but I mean, there's no harm in trying to help it out, because when you actually touch her skin, I think it's her right side. So this is my right. Her right side is worse than the left side. It's mostly just like on her cheeks. It's quite warm to the touch when you touch her face. So, I mean, I assume it must bother her a little bit. Like whether it hurts or it's itchy, I don't know. So if I can help it out a little bit, then I will try. I started using the MAM bottles with her. They were sent to us by a subscriber, and they really seem to agree with Kayla. She has barely any wind. She doesn't spit up hardly at all. Oh, I mean, she does spit up, but it's nowhere near as much as she was. So having found a bottle that she can, that works so well for her feeds is really, really great. I've done a video showing the bottles we've used and my opinions and all that, so yeah, watch out for that video if you're interested. Saw the pediatrician after the GP referred us, and she had no concerns whatsoever with her weight or how much she takes at each feed, so that is perfect. Her hair doesn't seem to be falling out or thinning at all. It's still gorgeous and long and beautiful. Her eyes are still so super dark. You really can't tell one way or the other what colour they are, but on some days they do actually look brown in the right light. She's smiling heaps, and she's talking a lot, just doing like the little coos and and all that sort of stuff, which is so adorable to see. Like, you can really see it in her face. Like when I'm talking to her after a feed, you can really see that, like, she's like watching me intently and watching my mouth, and she's sort of like trying to copy and trying to get out some little sounds. So it's so beautiful to see her, the beginnings of speech. I had a midwife check today, and Kayla is 4.13 kilos, which is up 110 grams from her last weigh. So it's not a massive gain, but I mean, it's still a gain. And we're all sick at the moment, which I'll talk about in a minute. So the fact that she is gaining is a really good thing, as opposed to losing weight. Her height or length is 53 centimeters, which is 5 centimeters more than she was at birth. Her head circumference is 37 centimeters, which is 4 centimeters more than her birth. And her 1 to 4 week check is on Friday. It was supposed to be on Monday, yesterday, but it got cancelled because, actually no, it was supposed to be last Friday because, yeah, it was supposed to be last Friday, but it got cancelled because she called in sick, and no, that's not what happened. Oh my god. See, I've lost my mind. It's because I'm sick, I just cannot think. It's like a full-on head cold. Her 1 to 4 week check was supposed to be early last week, but they cancelled because the woman that was coming out to do it, she called in sick, and then it was supposed to be last Friday, but I was in hospital with Kaiden, which I'll talk about in a minute, and so she said she would rather do it with me and Veggie there, so she called today and rescheduled it for this Friday. Okay, so yeah, that's all Kayla out of the way. Now onto this whole sickness thing. It started with Kaiden. I got him back from his dad on Tuesday. I picked him up from kindy. Before I picked him up, Christian had let me know that he had started coughing and that he'd given him Ventolin, and he seemed fine, so I sent him to kindy. Kindy called me telling me that he just seemed really flat, he wasn't himself, and he was coughing a lot, and that he ended up looking like he was struggling to breathe, so they did give him Ventolin. And yeah, by the time I picked him up, he was a lot worse than he was with Christian. So for the rest of Tuesday, I was just giving him the Ventolin. Wednesday, he was still really sick, just coughing a lot, just wasn't himself, really pale. And then by the Wednesday, I think it was, I'd started feeling sick too. And then on the Thursday, I went to the GP. Thursday. What? On either the Wednesday or the Thursday, I got Kaiden prednisolone. His had run out, so I got another prescription. And then on Thursday, while Kayla was seeing the pediatrician, she also had a look at Kaiden, and she pretty much said, give him some more Ventolin when you get home. It had only been like probably half an hour since he had his last dose before she saw him. So she said, when you get home, give him another dose, and if his breathing hasn't slowed down, because he was breathing quite rapidly, if it hadn't gotten better, within like an hour, to get him into the hospital. So last Thursday night, I ended up taking him into hospital, and he got admitted. Surprise, surprise. Whenever he gets a cold, he ends up with asthma, and he always ends up getting admitted into hospital. So I was in hospital with Kaiden Thursday and Friday night, while Veggie was at home with Kayla. And then on the Saturday night, Christian was in hospital with Kaiden. And on the Sunday, he got released. But during that time, me and Kayla both got worse, and she's just been coughing a lot, and because she coughs so much, that means she spews, so she's brung up a couple of feeds. But she's doing a lot better now. We both are really. I'm still coughing a bit, and she's still coughing a bit. Running stuffy nose, watery eyes, that sort of thing. It's just a full-on head cold. But obviously it's a lot worse for Kaiden because he gets the asthma on top of it. And it turns out he had 3 bugs, or still has, whatever. He had the RSV, I think it's called, and the rotavirus, and he had another one. So whatever Kayla's got, she wasn't tested, but whatever one or whichever, however many she has, she's doing fine with it. She hasn't needed, to go into hospital or anything. She's handled it really well, and we're on the other side of it now, so the worst of it is over. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So I'll do a belly shot, and I guess that will be it. Okay, so this is with my top down, and I've got my jeans done up with my belly sort of tucked in. So this is 6 weeks postpartum today. Exactly 6 weeks postpartum. And top on. As you can see, I still have a bulge. The top up. Oh man, I'll show you properly. Oh. So I mean, it's not far off of what I used to look, I suppose. I mean, it's not that far off, but still, it is a lot bigger than I was. I don't know if you can see, my line is still there, and my belly button seems to be quite, what's the word? It's just not firm anymore, and it's really sort of stretched out, I guess, and I don't know, just horrible, I think. I haven't done my weight in ages, so I've got no idea how much I weigh. But yeah, fucking in. So yeah, I've got a bit of work to do. So just quickly, I didn't show her in my last vlog because she was asleep. And she is still kind of asleep now. I just woke her up. But, oh honey, I know. They all want to see you though. But yeah, here she is. She's just woken up because I just got her up so I could show you guys. But my camera's in a really awkward spot. But there's my baby girl. Look at that messy hair. Look at that messy hair. Oh dear. Look. It needs to be brushed. Oh dear. Hey. But there's my precious girl. You say hello. Oh, say mommy, I'm still tired. You woke me up. Didn't you? Hey, mommy woke you up. Oh no. Aren't you beautiful? Hey, you my beauty? Yes. Yes, you are. Look at those eyes. You're gorgeous. You're so beautiful. And look, she's got little shoes on. Oh, they're so cute. Hey, you gotta say hello. Hello, YouTube. Hello. Oh, look at those little shoes. Aren't they so adorable? Oh, they're so cute. Hey, say hello. Oh, look at that beautiful girl. Look at that beautiful girl. Hey, aren't you just gorgeous? Huh? And you know it, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, she's really good with her head. Isn't she? She holds it up really well. She's really strong with her legs. She'll like kick out and stand up, won't you? She's got that double chin going. See her little rolls? Yeah, look at that double chin. Double chin. Look at her. You're not looking at the camera. Look. Keep kicking the computer. Hey? I'll probably upload a couple of short videos of it. Because this vlog is over half an hour now. And we should get going. Shouldn't we? Hey? You want to say something? No? Oh, had a little bit of a sickie. Oh dear. Okay, bye guys. I'll see you for 7 weeks postpartum. Oh, look at that lovely bit of spew. Bye.